There are some huge movies around the corner that you might not even be aware of yet. These are all 100% real, a lot of them with release dates already. 7 big Hollywood movies you had no idea were being made. First, there are a couple of big sequels on this list. The first one to Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but this time it's being directed by Fight Club and Gone Girl director David Fincher. It's called The Adventures of Cliff Booth, and as the title suggests, it follows up Brad Pitt's character in a new phase of his life. Brad Pitt is returning to the role, as well as Timothy Olyphant, who's returning as James Stacy. It's getting a massive $200 million budget, which would make it one of the biggest budgets of Fincher and Pitt's careers. It's going to be a Netflix movie, and it's the only one without a firm date on this list, but it's almost certainly coming out sometime in 2026. The next sequel was a bit of a head scratcher when I first saw it. It's being called a companion piece to the 2010 film The Social Network, and it's called The Social Reckoning. The Social Network was the Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg biofilm. The Social Reckoning covers the 2021 leak known as the Facebook files that exposed what the company allegedly knew internally versus what it told the public. Jeremy Strong is playing Mark Zuckerberg this time around, and it's being written and directed by the writer of the first film, Aaron Sorkin. It features a pretty loaded ensemble cast as well, and is supposed to be dropping in theaters this October. Next up is a brand new film from the director of the widely acclaimed movies The Revenant and Birdman, Alejandro G. Iñárritu. It's a black comedy that stars Tom Cruise and is called Digger. It's been a while since we've seen Cruise in anything other than big franchise films. It could be interesting. It's about the most powerful man in the world who embarks on a frantic mission to prove he's humanity's savior before the disaster he's unleashed destroys everything. It's looking a little more Birdman than The Revenant to me. It's got a sizable $125 million budget and drops in theaters this October. There's also a big upcoming post-apocalyptic sci-fi based on a 2012 Peter Heller novel. It's called The Dog Stars, and it's being created by Blade Runner and Alien director Ridley Scott. It's about a virus that wipes out most of humanity, but one survivor hears a distant radio transmission, giving him a reason to believe there might be something better out there. The Dog Stars has a pretty loaded cast, including Jacob Elordi, Josh Brolin, and Margaret Qualley. It will be hitting theaters this August. Then, if you were a fan of the Frankenstein movie that dropped back in December, another classic monster is getting a reimagining in 2026. This time it's The Mummy, and the full title is being called Lee Cronin's The Mummy. Lee Cronin is the director probably most known for the 2023 horror movie Evil Dead Rise. This one definitely looks more straight horror rather than the more adventurous tone of some of the previous Mummy movies. You can check this out pretty soon and drops in theaters this April. Now, the last couple of movies are a little bit further in the future. First, you're probably aware the next Star Wars movie that's dropping is The Mandalorian and Grogu, but we also know the film that's coming after that, which is Star Wars Starfighter. It takes place about 5 years after the rise of Skywalker and follows a solitary pilot who becomes entangled in a crucial mission. Starfighter stars Ryan Gosling, Mia Goth, Amy Adams, and Aaron Pierre, and releases in May 2027. And finally, 1917 director Sam Mendes has a very ambitious project in the works, 4 films that are dropping on the same day, each one told from the perspective of a different member of the Beatles. It's called The Beatles, a 4-film cinematic event, and it's the first time scripted films have been granted the full life story and music rights for the Beatles. The films star Harris Dickinson as John Lennon, Paul Mescal as Paul McCartney, Joseph Quinn as George Harrison, and Barry Keoghan as Ringo Starr. All 4 films drop in theaters on April 7th, 2028. If you want to see more upcoming movies, there's a bunch of excellent sci-fi you can check out by watching this video. Thank you as always for watching. I'll see you again soon.